Every day's a different planet, had us running for
tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. They're just off a road trip, and the Heat are looking to settle back in here at home. And an excellent win-loss record, just 2 games off the lead.
And when you look at Miami, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Now here's Whiteside. Deng can't get it to go.
And guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
Now here's Jackson after the miss by Luol Deng. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Bosch. Got a piece of it. Wade drives in. It's hauled in by Harris.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Drummond passes to Caldwell Pope. Morris against Bosch. Morris inside. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. Nails the baby hook. Morris has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Pistons.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
Bosch heads the pick for Wade. Shot off the pick. Miami no good on that time either.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Misses the runner. The Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. It's Dragic with the drive. Feeds it to Whiteside. Wade, right side. He kicks to Bosch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
An even 3-on-3 break. Caldwell Pope pushes to Drummond. It's his first trip to the line.
Andre Drummond taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Drummond. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Now the dish to Wade. Pass to Deng. Bosch, a screen on Harris. Deng attacking. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
Right there, we saw Bosch opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Jackson passes to Harris. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Shot clock at 3. That's a 2 from Deng, and that's good for 2. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Drummond, a screen. The drive by Jackson. Nice work there coming off the screen.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was.
Checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. .137 left in the first quarter. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. There's Winslow. Shot is off. Good D by Johnson.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Now here's Dragic. Justice Winslow missing his last shot.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Tolliver kicks to Meeks. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. The rebound by Johnson. Pistons leading by 3. He dishes it to Baines. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean,
All right, now,
he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. We've got 33 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Richardson dishes to Dragic. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Johnson outside. Outside Dragic. 4 on the shot clock. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And here's Freak. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Detroit. They lead by 2. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg but love. Is living the dream like you did and loving it.
It's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Freak in a 2-guard. Johnson is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Jackson in at the 5. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls made a big difference. He ended with 7 points, and he was on target the whole contest. Very few misses from him all night. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
Here's Stoudemire, and it's sent back by Drummond. Freak passes to Johnson, and Drummond kicks to Freak. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Heat trail by 3.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career, but having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
Johnson kicks to Jackson from the arc. But they'll get another chance. Bosh against Drummond.
Move the ball.
Second chance shot. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Drummond's got 5 now.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Bosh, the screen. Richardson dishes to Stoudemire. Five to shoot. Wade outside. But 3. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Takes a 3, and Freak gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
Timeout call.
Freak's got the lead, back up to 5 now for the Pistons.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. And it's Dang in for Joe Johnson. And then for Detroit, Morris comes in for Johnson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Freak. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Wade outside. Richardson kicks to Bosch. Dang against Harris. Dang passes to Wade. 5 on the clock. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Wade's got 5 points so far.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long. They are starting to become synonymous.
A different look for Miami. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Detroit also making some changes. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Jody Meeks in for Tobias Harris. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Meeks dishes to Morris. Knocks down the 3 ball. Morris has got his second basket. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to it.
Winslow, rebounded by the Pistons. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Detroit with the ball. Justice Winslow missing his last shot. Just 2 to shoot. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. The Heat trail by 6. Outside Dragic from the arc. Morris with the rebound. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Outside Jackson. Here's Baines. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Now, here's Whiteside. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Move the ball and stick it to Mike.
Now here's Jackson. 17 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Morris with the bucket.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Portland.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Here's Baines. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. They get it again. Outside for Jackson. Morris a screen. Jackson passes to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
And so we conclude the first half. The Pistons on top, ending the second quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be the focus for the second half?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops. And when we get opportunities to get on transition, we got to look up and we got to get the ball up. I think right now we're getting rebounds and we're taking a break. We got to go, man. We got a very deep team. We got to use it. So second half, we're going to look to run a little more.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if we pay attention to a couple of key things. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. There was a big bright spot on how many putbacks we converted. Don't lose any of that persistence on the offensive glass. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. All right, we're in good shape, but this is a strong team we're up against. We're going to have to weather some storms in the second half. Come on, fellas, we got this.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Nice game, great performance by Marcus Morris.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all four quarters.
Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Dragic into the point guard position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Here's Dragic after the basket by Detroit. And it's Dang in the corner. And it's good off the back rim and in. Dang's got 6 points. Pistons leading by 7. Drummond a screen. The drive by Jackson. Morris inside. Whiteside's there. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Dang. Harris kicks to Morris. Again, the miss by Morris. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Wade dishes to Dragic. Bosch going around him, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight. Harris outside. Back to Jackson. Drummond the screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. And stolen by Drummond. Harris against Dang. Harris passes to Drummond. On the wing, Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Wade. It's Jackson with the drive. And he gets the bucket. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Wade. He's got 5. Dang can't get it to go. Harris with it. Passes it to Drummond. Jackson has the open look. Again, the miss by Jackson.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Outside Dragic. Here's Whiteside. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
The drive by Jackson. Out to Harris. Here's Drummond. There's the bucket. Good. Drummond's got 7 points.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Now here's Jackson. Following the miss by Hassan Whiteside. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Dragic. To the inside. Puts it up from 12. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight. The Heat trail by 8. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside a screen. Wade drives in. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tries again. And it's Drummond missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Wade on the wing. Floats one. Dragic dishes to Wade. .103 left to play in the third. Knocks down the 10-footer. Wade's got 7 points in the game. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix into South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic off the drive. That's good.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
Pistons leading by 4.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Pass to Johnson. There's the feed to Baines. Here's Freak. Detroit, no good that time either. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. The pass to Stoudemire. 13 feet away. No good. The third quarter comes to a close. Pistons lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back to the fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Freak. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Freak, he's in at point guard. Anthony Tolliver out there with Aaron Baines. Then it's Johnson, and it's Meeks in at the 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
The first free throw is good.
You know what we in? You know what we in?
And both free throws good from Freak. The Heat trail by 6. Now Dragic. Stoudemire, the screen. Johnson outside. 5 to shoot. Back to Dragic. Dragic with another miss.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass.
Give it up for your Heat dancers.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra. They decide to guard us.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Goran Dragic. The Heat trail by 8. Johnson the screen. Stoudemire left side. Fades and shoots. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Baines inside. Guarded by Stoudemire. Here's Freak. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And checking out the game for Freak. He has 8 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Chris Bosh has checked in for Miami. Dang comes in for Winslow. Detroit also making some changes. Morris is checked in for Aaron Baines. Harris comes in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jody Meeks. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Now here's Bosh. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. there is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Back to Dragic. Bosch, the screen. Dragic dishes to Stoudemire. 6 to shoot. Stoudemire setting the pick for Dang. Pulls from the top of the key. The offensive rebound. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Well, Dwayne Wade in this one, 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And Miami making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. That one misses for Wade.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Here's Wade following the basket by Freak. Right side a screen. Bosch passes to Dragic. Dang gets a wide open look. Can't get it to go. And it's Detroit the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Kicks it to Morris. Dishes it to Freak. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And now it's a 10-point Piston lead. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Out to Wade. Pulls up on the wing. Good on the jump shot.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Detroit leading by 8. Here's Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pistons?
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one. It's led to an abundance of second chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second chance points.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Both good from the line that time. The Heat trail by 10. Here's Dragic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Bosch, that's good.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Jackson against Dragic. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Morris a screen. Lets it go from 11. No luck. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Now here's Bosch. Whiteside, a screen on Harris. 5 on the clock. Then kicks to Bosch. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You know, Bosch is playing really well. 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
2. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Now here's Freak. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 19 points for Freak.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money. That's no doubt. There's 1:38 left in the game. Jackson against Dragic. Bosch, the screen. Dragic dishes to Bosch. Shoots off the screen, and he overshot that one, missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Buries it down low. And now it's an 11-point Piston lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Detroit.
You're right, Steve, and they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, Clark, for them throughout this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together whenever things started to look bleak.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And you got to believe that's important, Greg. I mean, it's one thing to lose both games of an interconference series. It's a whole different story losing all 4 games to a team from your own conference.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Jackson, following the basket by Marcus Morris. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Drummond sets the screen for Freak. Morris kicks to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Freak misses the deep 3-point attempt. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we'll head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's not too far away. EJ?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
He played his heart out tonight, guys. You could see the way he was constantly drawing contact and getting to the free throw line. All those free throws led to a lot of valuable points at the stripe.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice.
You're welcome.
So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it, your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
That wasn't funny. You know it wasn't a joke. Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. Question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're going to be down with the team, I got to show you the dap.
The dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot, swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3,
swish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
HBK, yeah, you know how we